Hello students, welcome to my channel. Today I am going to discuss with you a poem from your NCERT textbook. The title of the poem that we are going to do is The Last Bargain. It's a beautiful poem written by Rabindranath Tagore. I hope you know a lot about Rabindranath Tagore. He was a Nobel laureate. He was conferred with the highest literary award, Nobel Prize, for his incredible creation or the work Gitanjali. If you have not gone through his life, please read a short biography of Mr. Rabindranath Tagore. Here in this particular poem, we will see a beautiful theme that has been introduced to you people, and I hope this is going to immensely benefit you. So, without wasting our time, let's move into the poem and try to see what is there, what is the theme of the poem, who are the characters here, and what does the poet tries to teach us. Let us move into the poem. A bargain is an agreement in which both parties promise to do something for each other. Someone is looking for work, waiting to be hired. He strikes a bargain but thinks it's worthless. He tries twice again but doesn't like either. Finally, in the last bargain, when he is tired for nothing whatever, he is happy and never before. What is the bargain and why is it the best? So here we find a term bargain. I think many a times when you go to the shop or you go to the market, your parents or you must be doing some kinds of bargain with the shopkeepers or with the grocer or with the vendors. So bargain is a traditional way of compromising or coming to a decision. When there are two parties involved in a transaction, then we offer our best to each other, and at a certain point we come to a conclusion that this is the offer that can satisfy or that can fulfill both their demands. So such a thing is called a bargain, and a bargain is commonly seen in the almost all societies in the world. But let us see, here you find a different kind of bargain. I think you have never heard about such bargain in your life. This is the story about a man. He is jobless. He is looking for some work and he wants someone to hire him. If he would be hired, in return he would be paid some money, or in return he would be paid some value for that. So let us see how he is going to make his bargain and what is his demand and how what offers is going to satisfy him. So let us see. Let's move into the poem and try to understand it. First of all, I would like to recite the poem for you. After that, I will explain the stanzas. Come and hire me, I cried while in the morning I was walking on the stone paved road. Sword in the hand, the king came in his chariot. He held my hand and said, I will hire you with my power. But his power counted for naught, and he went away in his chariot. In the heat of the midday, the houses stood with shut doors. I wandered along the crooked lane. An old man came out with his bag of gold. He pondered and said, I'll hire you with my money. He weighed his coins one by one, but I turned away. It was evening, the garden hedge was all aflower. The fair maid came out and said, I will hire you with a smile. Her smile paled and melted into tears, and she went back alone into the dark. The sun glistened on the sand, and the sea waves broke waywardly. A child sat playing with cells. He raised his head and seemed to know me and said, I hire you for nothing. From henceforward, that bargain struck in child's play made me a free man. So, here altogether, my dear children, when we go through this poem, we find certain characters. So, can you tell me how many characters did we find here? The first character that we find is the speaker, means the person who is looking for a job, who is looking for someone to hire him. So he is the first person, he is the first character here. And then we come across another character who comes in a chariot, that is the king. So two characters became. Thirdly, we find an old man coming with a bag of gold. Third is the third character. Fourthly, we find a fair maid coming out from a garden. She is the fourth character. And finally, we find here a child playing with cells on the seesaw. He is the fifth character. So, altogether, my dear children, we have 5 characters mentioned in this poem. Now, let us see what was being spoken by the first character. What does this first character say here? Come and hire me. Who is saying this one? Come and hire me. This is being spoken by the speaker. The speaker says that come and hire me, means he has no job to do in the world. And if you have no job, then how will you earn money? How will you run your family? It's very difficult to run a family without having a source of income. So he is eagerly waiting for someone to come and hire him. He is eagerly waiting for someone to come and give him some appointment or give him some employment. Now, that's why he says, come and hire me. I was walking on the stone paved road, sword in hand. The king came in his chariot. So, by this time, when he was thinking of a work, when he was looking for someone to hire him, he was walking along the stone paved road. Stone paved road. Okay, a road which had been paved with the stones, right? And at this meantime, what happens, the second character appears. The second character comes in a chariot. The king here comes in a chariot. And a king is known for his power. Okay, a king is the supreme ruler of a particular state. He has the power. He can do anything with his power. So what the king says, he held my hand and said, I will hire you with my power. He says that I will hire you with my power. It means that he will, in return of his service, in return of his hard work, he would also give him some power. But let us see whether this particular man is going to take the offer or not. He's going to turn it down or he's going to accept the offer. That is the point to be discussed. But what does the speaker say? The speaker says that, but his power counted for naught. The king may be powerful. He has the power to do anything in the world, but his power is not everlasting. It is not everlasting. हमेशा के लिए नहीं है. It is for a short period of time. As long as he is on the throne, or as long as he is a king, he has the power. It means that the power counts for nothing. It is worthless. It is meaningless. So that's why what he says, he turns down the offer made by the king, and he doesn't accept the bargain. Now let us see who is the next person to come and offer him a job. In the heat of the midday, the houses stood with shut doors. It was a hot day. Most probably this is the time actually of summer. Actually, in the summer seasons, when everything finishes at home, By autumn or by winter, things get finished at home. Whatever you have produced in your small fields, that gets over, that gets seized, and then people look for some other kinds of job. Then people starts moving to other places in search of jobs and to earn some money to raise their children and run their family. So now I think this seems to be a story written or set in the month of summer. In the heat of the midday, houses stood with shut doors. Means houses were there, but everybody had shut the doors. The doors were not open. That shows that there was nobody to offer him a work. Yet the shut doors shows that nobody was willing to give him a job. Right? I wandered along the crooked lane. Crooked refers to a lane which is not straight. घुमावदार रास्ता जो होता है. An old man came out with his bag of gold. He pondered and said, I will hire you with my money. He weighed his coins one by one, but I turned away. The second man appears now. The second character comes to offer gold in return of the service of this man. He says that I am going to hire you with my money. I have the power of money. I am a rich man. I have lot more possessions, and I can give you this much money if you are ready to work with me, or if you are ready to come with me. Now what happens, but he again turns down the offer. Why he turns down the offer? I think he knows that the money that he is proud of, the money that he is going to get in return of his work, okay, is cannot bring him peace and happiness in his life. Money may bring him material peace, or it may bring him it may fulfill all his desires, material desires, but it is not going to give him peace and happiness in his life. That's why finally he turns it down. Now it means he doesn't accept the offer of the two persons. First, he rejected the offer of the king. Secondly, he rejected the offer of the old man. Now let us see who is the third person to come and give him a job. Who is the third person here to make an offer? It was evening. The garden hedge was all aflower. Means the garden was full of flower. Okay, the garden hedge was all aflower. It was all full of flower, and the garden was looking beautiful. The fair maid came out and said, I will hire you with a smile. And at this meantime, a new character appears, and that new character is none other than the fair maid, the queen of the garden. You can say the queen of beauty. She's so beautiful that even if you get a glance of her, even if you just simply look at her, your heart will get filled with joy and happiness. I will hire you with a smile. That's why she says that I can't give you money. I don't have money to give you. I don't have powers like the kings to give you. But certainly, I can definitely give you a smile for your hard work. When you work hard, you'll be getting a smile in return. I will hire you with a smile. Her smile paled and melted into tears. But here the speaker finds one thing very surprising, that although she wanted to hire him with a smile, but she herself was not happier from inside. The, the fair maid was not happy in her life itself. She was not happier from inside. That's why it is written that her smile paled. Slowly, the smile paled. Means she was happy at the moment when she made the offer. But after few minutes, a transition took place. A transformation took place, and he could see that all his happiness were turning into years. Means the happiness was disguised. Okay, the happiness was disguised. It was not a permanent happiness. Means she was not happy. She looked happier, but from inside she had some pain. and she went back alone into the dark. Okay, when her smile turned into tears, finally she made her way back into the dark, and this speaker, the man who was looking for the job, he turned down the offer made by the pyramid. So in this way, till now he has rejected three persons offer. Now let us see, then what does he want? He doesn't want money, he doesn't want power, he doesn't want smile, he doesn't want happiness. What does he want in his life? Let us see what he was looking for. The sun glistened on the sand, and the sea waves broke waywardly. A child sat playing with shells. He raised his head and seemed to know me and said, I hire you with nothing. From henceforward, that bargain struck in child's play made me a free man. This is the most important lines of the poem, my dear children. What the man was looking for and where he is going to finally make his bargain, that is mentioned here in this last four lines. Here you can find that the sun glistened on the sand means it's a very hot day, and the sea waves broke waywardly. The sea was also disturbing, the waves were also coming and reaching the shore. At this very meantime, the poet writes that a small child was playing with the shells on the seashore. He raised his head and seemed to know me. He looked at the speaker and he called him towards him and said, I hire you with nothing. Means, I'm going to give you nothing. I have nothing to give you. I have nothing to give you. If you come and stay with me, if you come and play with me, then I can't give you anything. Right? I have nothing to give you. From henceforward, that bargain struck in child's play made me a free man. And this particular offer made by the little boy who is going to pay nothing for his work, that attracted the speaker. Why the speaker got attracted towards the little boy? Here we get to know that I think the speaker himself was looking for peace, joy, happiness, freedom, and I think all these things he found in the form of this little boy. He found all these things encapsulated in the life of this little boy. The little boy was not worried about the life. The smile that he was giving was pure. The offer that he made was completely innocent. That's why he, without any delay, without wasting his time, accepted the offer, and he started playing with the little boy in the sand. So my dear children, with this we have come to the end of this particular poem. I hope you all have enjoyed it and understood it now. Please like, share and subscribe to my videos. Thank you and have a good day.